Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. There's Neelam. Hi, Neelam.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How is the first day of Mercury retrograde going for you?
Oh, it's going great for me. I love Mercury retrograde because everybody is talking about that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, before we dive in, let me just introduce everyone. Thank you guys for so much for joining us today. My name is Radha Patel. I'm the founder and CEO of Single to Shadi, which is a South Asian singles platform focused on dating and making connections here in North America. Our resident in-house astrologer is the wonderful Neelam Soni, who has joined us today. I'd like to introduce you all to Neelam. Her journey is going from fashion design into holistic guidance, and she has a passion for helping others. Inspired by her father's dedication to community service, she now offers personalized tarot, astrology, and numerology insights. She also offers hypnosis and Reiki sessions, which provide a transformative path to well being and makes her a beacon of healing and support. Neelam, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I love it.
So, as you guys know, this month is Astrology Month here at Single to Shadi. So, we really wanted to highlight, some of the esoteric sciences that people might not be so familiar with. And I'm excited for having Neelam here today to talk a little bit about what she does and her experiences. So, Neelam, do you want to maybe start by telling us a little bit about how you got into this world and what you find so fascinating about it?
Okay, so I was born in that family. My dad, my mom, they both are astrologers, and I'm from India. So my mom, my dad, they are Vedic astrologers. So since my childhood, I'm seeing all that. Okay, birth chart, and this even if in our Indian family, if we are like born, our chart is they made our chart first thing, and then they will take it to Panditji. Okay, tell me about the stars, how it is going to be, what is the life path, matchmaking, everything is all about astrology. Tell me about the partners, tell me about career, tell me about everything based on astrology. So I was raised and born in that family. Everything is about astrology. So how can I be not touched by that?
Well, you started out in the fashion world. Could you tell us
Yeah.
maybe how you became, right, you were born into it, but how did you actually come to believe and realize, hey, I'm gifted. I want to focus on this as my talent?
So I was, I'm very creative. And when I was in India, I was like all about fashion and creativity and everything. So I did my master's in garment export and fashion technology and all these things. And I was like following my path. And then side of things, I was so much into what is the birth chart, what is this prediction, what is everything about that. And when I moved to US, it was so much like all of my friends, they were talking about astrology. Tell me about your father, what does he do, how does he do. And then Reiki also tapped into, and I'm telling you, you don't choose your path.
No.
Reiki and everything, I was chosen. That's how I feel, because it was written in my birth chart. Now I see, because I'm now a professional and an astrologer, I can see it was written in my birth chart. So I did not choose anything. It was meant to be. So I just followed my path. It happened. It was so easy for me to go in this where people struggle. It was, everything was served for me.
I believe that. I'm a firm believer. One of my mantras is that everything is written. And I never realized why I believed it or what that meant until I started diving deeper into astrology, what that means.
Yes, because if you are meant to be, it will happen to you.
Yeah. So, Neelam, I think a lot of people, especially in the West, are familiar with horoscopes and sun signs. Why is Vedic astrology different?
Okay, so what happens here? There's a big difference in Western astrology and Vedic astrology. There is a like Western astrology. If you make a chart, and I am a strong believer of Vedic astrology. Not because I'm from India, not because I'm following that. I understand more about that. It is because it is real. Whoever is watching who follow the Western astrology, please don't be mad at me, because whenever who Western astrologers, they are coming to me, the people who follow their astrology based on zodiacs and everything, they are coming to me, and when they take readings from me, and when I make their chart and I tell them, this is your real chart, this is your real rising sign, this is your moon sign, this is your, and they're like, Neelam, it makes sense, this is really who I feel I connected to, this is my traits are, this is I feel makes sense to me. And I'm like, because this is the right calculation, because there is a degree, 24-degree difference between Vedic astrology and Western astrology. It changes your chart.
So like the positioning 24
Yes.
degrees, and that completely changes.
Yes, and
Wow.
there are people who actually believe in Western astrology, and they move to Vedic astrology later on when they really understand the phenomena, like how it works.
Mhm. Does Western astrology have birth charts as well? Do they also chart out the sky?
They do chart, but they're based on sun signs, and we follow the moon signs, and then we have more details because we go with the planetary periods. We call in Hindi dasha. So
Mhm.
every planet has its dasha period, and we follow that. I'm not saying theirs is wrong. They have the different way of readings.
Right.
Yeah. So we have the different way of reading, and you know what, it happens when the people who do not know the charts, they are just following the zodiac sign. They fit themselves into zodiac signs also. So this
I
is
do
how
that
it
too.
works.
I'll read the horoscope and be like, oh yeah, that's me, right? And I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
biasing myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I had like incident, and she was like, I'm a Aries, Aries, Aries. When she came to me, I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to break your heart. You're not Aries, you're Virgo. She's like, no, I hate Virgo. And then I was telling her, now she's, you know what, Neelam? I started loving Virgo because this is how I feel. This is I am. And then she started sending me the pictures. Neelam, I am Virgo. So I have many stories to tell about how people react about this thing. And then now people who follow that, they come up not because I'm single to shadi.com. They take marriage date. Neelam, can you tell me the date of when should I get married? What is the particular time I should be getting married? Because I heard in Indian culture, you have a specific date. When you get married, you do not have the arguments and all these. I don't know more about it, but can you please tell me about that? I am like, yes, it happens.
I think that's why most of our audience is here to see, can Neelam predict when I'm going to get married and who I'm going to marry to?
Yes. So this is the beauty of like astrology and all these things, those energies, they prepare you.
Yeah. Somebody once told me it's like maybe not following it like to as an instruction manual, but using it as data in your decisions because it's
Yes.
just another data point.
Yeah.
So, Neelam, talk to me a little bit about, all right, maybe I had my birth chart pulled when I was a baby, my family has it. Why does it matter now? Like I'm working, I'm single, I'm living my life. Why do I care what my birth chart says now in my today life?
So, birth chart, what is the birth chart? Birth chart is a map. So I always give the example. Suppose you are going on a freeway. I'm taking an example of I-69. Okay, if you are going on I-69 and the TV and then all these people are telling you, don't go on I-69. There is a construction going on. Will you still go there? No, you will prepare yourself. You will take a different route. Same like birth chart and astrologers predict you, give you the predictions, tell you in advance so that you can make your decisions right that okay, this year you are going to have this up and downs or little bit hiccups. Prepare yourself so you do not have the shocks. Oh, why did this happen? Because this is a period of holding you back or giving you some hiccups. Prepare yourself. So it makes you more, it is not about bringing the superstitious. It prepares you. It is your perception, how you look at the things. It always prepares you, give you that strength. So you make your plannings. I'm a strong believer of astrology. I take it as a science.
Yeah.
It's not a superstitious, it is a science. So you prepare yourself ahead of the time. Okay, this we talk about the Mercury retrograde. Why? If Wall Street follow that.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Because this is what happens. We are making the decisions, we are talking, we are becoming so restless and all that. And I'm telling you one thing also. This is what Mercury retrograde is not going to affect everyone.
Right.
In Vedic astrology tells you who it is going to affect.
So I'll
Yes.
know whether or not I'm going to get more of an influence.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is how it is all about, like, no. So always, like, everyone starts blaming. I put the memes out there too. Mercury retrograde, okay, put all the blames there. No, it is not going to. Mercury is a beautiful planet. It is the planet of communication. It is the planet of calculation. If you have the beautiful Mercury, it will give you all the gifts.
Yeah.
So beautiful energy of all the
So
planets. Yeah.
for everybody who is joining us just now, Neelam is a healing modalities practitioner, of which she specializes in Vedic astrology. For everybody who's joining, if you read through the chat, I'll post it again, but we have a special discount code for Astrology Month. You can book a live session with Neelam for any of her services, and you're going to get a discount. So, talking about that, Neelam, we talked a little bit about the birth chart and Vedic astrology, but you practice many other different types of these, healing modalities. How do you maybe work with clients to incorporate, like maybe we read the chart, we've seen kind of what's coming up. How do you incorporate other aspects of what you practice to help them achieve certain goals or understandings in their life?
So what happens, like, we read the chart, we know what is going on, but how? So I have like two parts here. One is the reading to know what's going on, and another is the healing, how to heal that thing. So I call it diagnosis, and I call it healing, the fixing. So it's not about fixing, it is coming up with the solutions.
Yeah.
So that's how I have divided my services into two parts. So you need to know what's going on, and then what is the solution. So giving up the solutions also.
As you mentioned, it's very much like a science because, they say with therapy, you have to figure out what the problem is. And
Yeah,
then coaching is how you address it and move forward or
of
heal. And
course.
your name, your website is, it has the word heal or healing in it. So you must obviously incorporate that into your practice.
Of course, yes. Because we just tell it, okay, this is happening, now what? This is happening, now where do I go? Yeah, I need solutions also. So solution is the thing. We come up with the healings. And healing is hypnosis, healing is the past life regression, healing is the Akashic recordings. We do the different, we offer the different services.
Could you explain Akashic recordings? Because I know that was new for me, and I would love for the audience to know a little bit more about it.
Okay, so I offer the Galactic Akashic recordings. Galactic Akashic, I'm so much into that, and I'm telling you, like, it is not just Galactic. Is we if audience, whoever is listening to me, we are not just human on this earth. We have different galaxies also. We are different beings, and before coming to Earth, we have lived there, and for on this earth, for a reason we are here. So our purpose, why we are here. So when we go in Akashic readings, we get to know our purpose, our soul journey, and especially which galaxies we were there, why we were there, what is our gift, what we are bringing from which galaxy. So this is all about Galactic Akashic reading. There we know the prince of our soul.
So it's like a little bit of the cosmos lives in our soul, and
Yes.
that's what we're following it in through. Call it lifetimes, call it galaxies. We're following the true essence of who you are.
Yeah, so if we talk about you, Radha, what is your purpose? So you are here with this purpose,
To get people
bringing two
together.
people together.
Yeah.
That is your purpose. Yeah, of course, you must be somewhere, and you must be in the Krishna energy, Radha energy. Like, okay, love, love,
I'm
love.
in my Radha era.
Yes.
Yeah. So speaking of why I'm here and my purpose, I think the easiest way that people get into astrology is about finding out who they're compatible with,
Yes.
who they're meant to marry. Let's talk about the compatibility piece. Neelam, how are you able to help people, understand what's important to them, use some of the healing practices that you mentioned, and then show them a path forward to figure out compatibility, not so much about when they're going to get married, but who they're compatible with.
So this is the main thing. You know what happens like when we take two charts. So these two charts tells you like one. I'm talking like straightforward. It's all about breaking up the marriage. So one chart has the combination of breaking up, and another chart doesn't have the combination of breaking up. Then the marriage will be together. We can still hold on the marriage. But if the both chart has the combination of breaking up, this marriage is not going to survive. Okay, so if you have these energies of beautiful marriage, they don't have the combination of breaking up. They don't have the combination of breaking up. This marriage is like beautiful. They are made for each other. So what happens when we are going on dating? When we are meeting someone, we feel like I have so many people coming up to me. They are like 2 months, and they are like, I feel like he's my soulmate. He's my twin flame. I like give some time, darling. Wait for some time. And what happens in India? We never went, in my time, I never went on date. We are directly have the arranged marriage.
Right.
How we are still successful in the marriage? Because our parents directly did the matchmaking through our astrological chart.
Yeah.
Our birth chart is totally compatible. There is nothing is which is, they have totally beautiful energies. They have this matchmaking, all the gunas, everything is matching. That's how they match the chart. They are like, okay, this, they are going to be like in a good energy. Go ahead, green signal.
Mhm.
So this is how it is very important. If we have the like green check with the astrological, they will have the beautiful marriage. Not only beautiful marriage, they will have the beautiful next generation also.
Successful, yeah. But
Yes.
Neil, let's take it a step back. Let's say we're still dating, we're trying to figure out like who we would like to marry. How can astrology help us understand who we should be looking for? What are the gunas that match with what works for me? Yeah.
Yes, so that is what in your chart, your like Mars sign holds the this thing, and then you can see that okay, you should be looking at the person who has these traits. So your chart tells you all this story that he should be more compassionate, or he should be working in the service sector, or he should be working in the business sector, or he should be in army. He should be very emotionally strong. He should be nurturing. So your chart tells you entire story about your.
That's amazing,
Yes, yes.
because I meet with clients and we always ask them, right? What are you looking for in a partner? What do you want from the relationship? And a lot of the times it seems generic. I want a good communicator. I want somebody who's loyal and kind. But
Of
by
course.
doing the deep dive, by working with you, reading their chart, understanding what actual compatibility is, maybe they'll have a better roadmap when they're out there dating and swiping on the apps.
Yeah, and then especially like it like from the same land, Indian or foreigner, that chart can tell you everything about the partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that like we see a lot of that when that more traditional element
Yes.
people like, oh, we match on horoscope, but I think there's an element of it that shouldn't be negated. Like we should still be referencing it even in modern
Yeah,
dating.
of course there are people, they come up with a different, and they have their own mindset, and they come up with a, and nothing is wrong, nothing is right, everything is, every question is right in that, and I go with that. I respect everything is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Neelam, I'm like reading of different things. Neelam, so we talked a little bit about the Vedic side of things, but you also do
Yeah.
tarot. So could you tell us a little bit about maybe what your tarot readings include or what they offer and why that's important to do maybe both in conjunction?
So what happens here? Sometimes people come up and they are like, I don't have my birth date, or I don't have my birth time. What do we do? So we have the different tool, tarot card. And tarot card is not at all like wrong or nothing. It is based on your energies. So it reads you based on your energies, and it is always right, and you take it from there. So it
Okay.
answers you equally.
And it's more so that looking forward, but you still need to refer back to what are my traits, what are my
Yeah,
plans and activities to
yeah.
make them to
Your
happen.
questions will be same, but it these are all tools. It is like what tools you are using. Are you using astrology? Are you using tarot? Are you using your psychic gift? Are you using prunes? What tools you are using? So these are all tools. Which lens you want to use to see through?
I love that. What a good analogy. You have the best analogies. Oh. So let's talk a little bit. We also have some people who are maybe second time around, divorced, things didn't work out the first time. A lot of times it wasn't arranged traditional marriage that happened on horoscope, and it still didn't work out. Neelam, do you have advice or a path forward for people who are jumping back in again, still want to consult like what's their true nature from an astrology standpoint, but not necessarily go down the same arranged marriage mistake maybe that they made the first time?
Yeah. So I will say that go through with spiritual approach also.
A spiritual approach.
Yes.
Okay.
Because sometimes if we balance some of our element, which is like nodes, south node and north node, I can help with that also.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yes. So if we balance this part, because I have seen so many times whenever these malefics are playing their role, Shani, Kaketu, Rahu, they come up, they jump in and they play their role and they gives you what they are meant to be and happens.
So maybe whoever made that match to begin with was not looking or interpreting the
Yes.
charts correctly as well,
Yes.
because it could
Yeah.
be
Take
from
second
any.
opinion. Take second opinion.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, audience members, if you guys have any questions for Neelam or about Vedic astrology, healing modalities, please drop them in the chat. And I do want to remind everybody, we do have a promotion. You can book a session with Neelam live. I've dropped the discount code in the chat a couple times, but it is AUGASTRO 25. So AUG Astro 25. Neelam, as we're wrapping up here, maybe there's some newbies in today's session who are like, you know what, I want to check out Neelam and talk to her. What are some things that new people could expect when they're first diving into Vedic astrology?
So I'll say that go with your rising sign, not with the zodiac sign.
What's the
Okay.
difference?
Okay. So difference is I was born in August. I'm Leo. That is a very big picture. You are not Leo. Yes. So you're right. If you will make chart based on Vedic astrology, that will tell you your rising sign. So when you will make your rising sign, that will tell you who you are actually. You can be Virgo, you can be Aries, you can be any fire. So if you say that Leo is fire energy, you can be Pisces, which is watery sign. You are very emotional. You feel other people's emotions. So you will be like, I'm not okay. This August says I'm Leo, but I'm very emotional. I feel other people's emotions. Why so? Astrology is wrong. I don't believe in that because of this.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's wrong. It's mismatched. And that happens to me. I'm also in August, but I'm on the Virgo side, right on the cusp. But when I look at my chart, it's exactly like you mentioned. It's all over the place. It's not just all Virgo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
take a reading and then you will see the rising sign and then you will be like, yes, it makes sense now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Neil, those were all like the main points I wanted to hit today. Is there anything that you feel like the audience should know, maybe about you? Oh, we got a question. How does your moon sign come into play with your rising and sun sign? Great question, Lilac Bridal.
Okay. So hi there. Okay. So these three are the things. Rising sign is your overall personality. How people sees you. Moon sign, moon is your mind, your emotions. And sun sign is your soul, what you feel, what is your goal, where what when you do something and you feel proud about yourself is your sun sign.
Hmm, that's good to know.
Yes.
And she said, how does that moon come into play? Like, so how does it affect or balance?
Okay. So see, when you in your mind, in your soul, when you go to beaches, you feel like peace. Your moon is in watery sign. Okay, because this is your moon playing role.
That
But
makes sense.
yeah, and if you are doing something like wrestling and you are doing like that jumping, what do you call that?
Gymnastics?
Something like which include the fire. Your sun is in fire sign. You are doing actions. So that's how it plays role. And if your sun is in Virgo, then you like to play. You are very tidy, and you are like, don't create any mess. Kids, keep everything organized. You are organizer. You are like, I need everything balanced, like tidy. So that's how you play. Rising is like overall personality. So moon is your mind, how feelings.
Makes
That's how
sense.
you, yeah, moon is your feelings, and sun is like when you do the actions. That's how. And when your previous question, what I want to say, take all these things as a science, not as superstitions. Everything has a science.
All around us, right?
Yes,
Everything. There's signs. Everything's
there's a
playing.
science.
Yeah. And you mentioned a bit of spirituality. I know, like with Vedic astrology, we always keep saying Vedic. It's not so much religion, but the spirituality aspect of it.
Yes, yes. So there is a big difference between religion and spirituality also.
Yeah.
I'm not about like particularly following this because I'm a Vedic, just follow the Hindu. Hindu is just great. Nothing like that. No. Spirituality is like following your what you feel is right.
Hmm.
Morality,
Yeah.
like this makes me right, not hurting people. Like, I'm not going to give you any lectures. Just spirituality is like what makes you feel right.
Yeah.
No, nothing
That's-
beyond any religion. Yeah. There an internet issue? Oh, yeah, you're back.
I'm back. I was
Yeah.
getting a phone call. So, all right. Well, that must be a natural stopping point for all of us
Yeah.
then. Neelam, it was such a pleasure chatting with you today. I think this is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. For everybody on the call, please check out either Neelam's page directly or our Single to Shadi astrology page. I was trying to paste, I don't know if you could see in the comments, but there's a coupon code. I was trying to paste it on the website version versus the mobile version. I don't know if it worked. Oh, good question. Sandra Gill, how long is a session typically?
You can pick your session, 30 minutes or an hour. You will get all the details when you will go to singletosashadi.com, and you can book your session from their website directly. And Lilac Bridal Beauty, thank you. I agree 100%. Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
I
that
think
makes
I figured
sense.
it out. I'm going to be able to paste it. It worked. Do you guys see in the comments now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, everybody. And I'll also post it in the description for anybody who was on earlier and didn't get to join. But thank you again, Neelam. I really appreciate it. Let's make this the best Mercury retrograde for everybody. Book your session with Neelam, and she'll do a personalized time with you, and maybe we'll find out who's right for you and when you're going to get married.
Yes.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.